Ramadan Day 6. When giving feels like losing. Why is Zakat so hard?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let's talk about something that isn't always easy to admit. Giving. Giving can feel hard. Zakat, the act of giving a portion of our wealth for the sake of Allah, is such a profound command. But sometimes, if we're being honest, it feels a little difficult. We live in a world that tells us to hold on to what we have, to save, to invest, to make sure we have enough for ourselves. And while there's nothing wrong with planning for our future, when it comes time to give, that little voice of hesitation creeps in. What if I need this for later? What if I don't have it? It's such a human feeling. Even the companions of our Prophet ﷺ experienced moments of struggle when it came to giving. But you know what inspires me? It's the story of Umar bin Khattab radiallahu and Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu. One day, during a call for charity, Umar radiallahu thought, this is my chance to outdo Abu Bakr for once. So he gave half of everything he owned. But then came Abu Bakr radiallahu, who brought every single thing he had. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he asked him, what have you left for your family? And Abu Bakr radiallahu, he replied, I have left them Allah and His Messenger. Can you imagine that level of trust, that kind of faith? Umar radiallahu admitted defeat, saying, I will never be able to surpass Abu Bakr. See, the Sahaba were ready to give up everything for the sake of Allah. But here's the thing, no one is asking us to give up everything. Zakat is just 2.5% of our wealth, a small percentage, and yet it has the power to make a huge difference. I know it's not always straightforward. Zakat calculations can get confusing. We've all been there before, Googling how to calculate Zakat, double-checking numbers, worrying if we're doing it right or wrong, calculating the number of grams of gold our family may have. It can feel very overwhelming, but at its core, Zakat is simple. It's about purifying what we have and trusting that Allah will take care of us. You see, Allah reminds us in the Quran in Surah Tawbah, take from their wealth charity to purify and bless them and pray for them. Surely your prayer is a source of comfort for them, and Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. Zakat isn't just about purifying our wealth, it's about purifying our hearts. But let's be honest, even with all these reminders, it can feel very hard in that moment. Watching our numbers in our bank account go down suddenly can trigger such a pang of worry. What if this makes things tight for me? See, I felt that too. But every time I give, something amazing happens. Allah replaces it with something better. It's not always immediate, it's not always money. Sometimes it's peace in my heart, sometimes it's barakah in my time or my relationships. And sometimes it's just the joy of knowing that my small act of giving could ease someone else's burden. You see, our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said that charity does not decrease wealth. But no one forgives another except that Allah increases his honor. And no one humbles himself for the sake of Allah except Allah raises his status. When we give for Allah's sake, we're not losing anything, we're gaining everything. Think about the impact our zakat can have. That small percentage of our wealth could feed a family, clothe a child, or help someone rebuild their life. It's more than just numbers, it's hope, dignity, and relief for someone in need. And in return, Allah promises us in Surah Al-Baqarah, who will lend to Allah a good loan which Allah will multiply many times over. It is Allah who decreases and increases. This isn't just charity, it's an investment for the hereafter. It's about trust, trusting that when we give, Allah will take care of us. Trusting that our wealth will never decrease from charity, but instead will grow in ways we can't even imagine. So let's not think of zakat as a burden. Let's see it as a privilege, a chance to purify our wealth to help those in need and to fulfill one of the most beautiful commands of our deen. So let's make dua that Allah makes us amongst those who give in charity, bless our wealth, and increase us from His bounty. May Allah make it easy for us to give, purify our wealth, and increase us in barakah. Ameen, Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.